Welcome to New Sky TV, Explosive. The Palace Walls Promise a Good Man, the most explosive short drama of spring 2026, starring Zhang, Jijun and Yiying. A bombshell from the start, the madness of 8 chart-topping hits. Do you remember the last time a short drama kept you up at night? On April 2026, IQIE's micro-drama channel quietly dropped a nuclear bomb, The Palace Walls Promise a Good Man. No one expected that this short drama, with only 67 episodes and each episode only 2 minutes long, would blow up the entire ancient costume short drama circle on its very first day of release. Can you believe it? Its popularity soared to 2,561, and it swept aside 8 chart-topping titles like Harvesting Wheat. Isn't this even more astonishing than any big-budget long drama rebirth ranking, comeback ranking, heartbreaking romance ranking, trending search ranking? It hasn't missed a single one of those lists you can name. Isn't this the craziest start in IQIE's short drama history? The real-time popularity across the entire network soared to 7,309.31. Short video platforms, social forums, late-night WeChat moments, where wasn't its battlefield? Haven't you been bombarded with the names Susan and Wei Kongji until your ears are ringing? A short drama without any big-name stars or exorbitant promotions, how did it manage to make millions of viewers willingly surrender their tears and heartbeats? Isn't this the mystery you most want to solve right now? In her past life, she was the lowly palace maid Susan, and he was the forbearing eunuch Wei Kongji. The two secretly formed a bond within the cold palace walls, finding warmth in each other. Did you think this was just another tragic story of pitiful people? Just the night before Susan's coronation ceremony, Prime Minister Zhou and his daughter exposed their affair. A flash of steel swept across the palace walls, and 2 lives were tragically lost in the meat grinder of power. Don't you think this ending is so cruel it makes you want to smash your screen? But fate granted them a second chance, double rebirth. Both returned to the starting point before the tragedy occurred, carrying memories of their past lives. Isn't this fate's most extravagant gift? Reborn, Susan's eyes no longer held the timidity of her past life. She had only one thought, to stop Wei Kongji from becoming a eunuch again, even at the cost of her life, to keep him away from that cannibalistic imperial city. Don't you want to know what ruthless methods she used? Little did she know, in this life, Wei Kongji, to protect her closely, had already disguised himself as a eunuch and secretly infiltrated the palace. One desperately pushed out, the other desperately tried to break in. This extreme misalignment and tug-of-war is more heart-wrenching than any other tragic love story you've ever seen. On a stormy night, he shielded her from an arrow, his back soaked through with rainwater, blood mingling with the stream, yet he still bent down to drape her cloak. This iconic scene, hailed as a masterpiece, didn't it instantly break your heart and bring you to tears? Yiying's portrayal of Susan, a once trampled at in her past life, is reborn as a thorny black lotus. A single glance from her can switch from gentle to ruthless. Can you honestly say this isn't a textbook example of explosive acting? Zhang Jijun's Wei Kongji, outwardly a cold-blooded eunuch, speaks with an icy tone, but the moment Susan appears in his sight, his eyes instantly melt into a pool of spring water. Isn't this deeply restrained affection more captivating than any domineering CEO you've ever seen? The two actors, working together for the first time, displayed an unparalleled chemistry, as if they'd been acting for 10 lifetimes. The air was thick with tension and ambiguity whenever they were on screen together. Netizens commented, if anyone else had played these roles, the show would have collapsed. Don't you want to see for yourself just how amazing this love at first sight atmosphere truly is? The smartest thing about this show is that it allowed the female lead, Susan, to completely shed her romantic obsession. After her rebirth, she didn't rely on any man, but instead used her own wisdom and ruthlessness to plot her revenge step by step. Don't you think this is the kind of female character that contemporary audiences truly want to see? Wei Kongji isn't just a tool to shield her from harm, he has his own strategies and bottom line. The two fight side by side, mutually supporting each other, rather than one saving the other. Isn't this kind of evenly matched love a million times better than the cliché CEO saves me plot? The political intrigue is so tense it'll keep you breathless, while the romance is both sweet and heart-wrenching, making you laugh and cry. With so many layers packed into a 2-minute episode, can you honestly say this isn't what a top-tier short drama should be? Of course, some people complained that the editing of the court scenes was too abrupt, the connections between clues were not smooth enough, and there were even 2 instances where Wei Kongji secretly went in to find crucial evidence, making the female lead seem a bit passive. But honestly, with only 2 minutes per episode, isn't the fast pace precisely what makes it so appealing to cram in political intrigue, tests, emotional entanglements, and identity mysteries? The essence of short dramas is to keep you hooked and unable to stop watching, not to make you scrutinize logical flaws with a magnifying glass. Don't you admit that you can't help but click on the next episode every time? The popularity of The Palace Walls and The Promise of Love directly propelled Yiying to second place on iQIYI's actor ranking, with her popularity soaring to 3,936. Countless viewers dug up her previous works and frantically watched them. Isn't this the most accurate description of overnight fame? The related topics on short video platforms have garnered over 30 million views and easily surpassed 100 million reads. From plot analysis to memorable scenes by the actors, from costume and prop details to every frame of the characters' struggles, netizens are discussing the show with more seriousness than they would with college entrance exam questions. Don't you want to join the lively comment sections and share your own insights? Some are pondering why Wei Kongji insisted on pretending to be a eunuch, others are analyzing the loopholes in Susan's revenge plan, and still others are repeatedly screenshotting and zooming in on the scene where Susan shields Susan from arrows in the rain, down to every single eyelash. Isn't this nationwide obsession with finding the perfect sweet moments the most powerful proof of a good drama? The success of The Palace Walls and The Promise of Love is never accidental. It didn't rely on exaggerated publicity or the support of popular stars. It relied entirely on a solid script, vivid characters, and the actors' dedicated performances, carving its way into the hearts of the audience. Isn't this a million times more respectable than those long dramas that are padded out to 50 episodes and have no memorable moments? The Palace Walls are still those cold palace walls, but because of the courage of a pair of unfortunate people who risked their lives to protect each other, even the cracks in the bricks have sprouted tender flowers. In the spring of 2026, if you haven't seen this short drama that has taken the internet by storm, don't you feel like you've missed the most ear-jerking feast of the year? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.